Not my normal office for this video. We're on the coast of North Carolina doing our next team in our program power rankings countdown, ranking teams from least likely to most likely to be able to compete for a national title in the 2025 season. And we head to a team that's nowhere near the ocean. The Kansas Jayhawks come in at number 44, the number 42 overall team out of the power conferences with a score of 67.07. For Regime Plus, the Jayhawks are at 1 out of 1. I think Lance Leipold is really building this program to probably the best it's ever been. And of course, at quarterback with Daniels returning. Hopefully, he can have a healthy 12 games. For returning production, the Jayhawks come in at number 70. They did lose a little bit, but these guys do a decent job of developing their second and third string over the last few years. So I don't think this is too big of an issue for Kansas, but this is not a team that has a ton of proven production on it. And this is also not a program that's going to recruit at a very high level. They come in at number 58 for high school recruiting, which is about where you'd expect. Again, Lance Leipold's building a developmental program. This is where they're going to be. I don't see them getting much higher. The new stadium will probably help, so they might be able to get up into the high 40s in a couple years here. Just the transfer portal has the Jayhawks at number 70, and I think this is an area where they might start to struggle compared to some of their Big 12 counterparts like Colorado, Texas Tech. TCU had a good transfer class. I think it's going to be difficult for them to keep up in that arms race moving forward, and it's one of the reasons why they're one of the lower ranked Big 12 teams this season. Last year, the Jayhawks came in at number 49 in the 2024 adjusted EPA per play metric, and this is a team that was so close. They were 1-5 in one-score games. They just were one or two plays away in a lot of them, including against some really good teams like on the road at Arizona State. They need to clean up just one or two plays a game. Too many turnovers late in games, allowing too many explosive plays in the fourth quarter. Maybe a deeper defense they have this year will help them in the fourth quarter of games, but I don't expect them to go much higher than number 49 overall, especially since this is opponent adjusted. The market has Kansas all the way up at number 36, and I think this is more of a product of the wide open Big 12. If you look at their strength of schedule, number 85 in the country, with number 1 being the easiest. So this is on the easier end of power conference schedules. I think that's playing into it as well. You have a senior quarterback, not a very tough schedule, a really wide open conference. Even though I have Kansas ranked a little bit lower than most of the Big 12 teams, I do think they could compete and ruin someone's season, and 8 wins is not out of the question at all for the Jayhawks. I think they have a really interesting schedule as well. They have that rivalry game with Mizzou, but because they play week 0 against Fresno State, they'll have a bye week after that. And then they play West Virginia, Cincinnati, and at Central Florida. This team could start 3-0 in the Big 12 and have a few other wins in non-conference under their belt before we even get to mid-October. I think Kansas is a team that definitely could start hot, and if they keep that momentum going and keep Daniels healthy, they could be a surprise team in the Big 12.